That's cute.
That's okay. All right. So let's see. Okay. So can you start by telling me your name and when and where you were born? If you want to, you don't have to tell me when. I don't know why that's there.
Sydney Kavanaugh, and I was born March 18th, 1977. So I'm getting ready to turn 36 here in High Point.
Very nice. So you grew up in High Point.
I did.
Have you lived anywhere else?
Boone for 4 years when I went to Appalachian.
Okay.
So, I don't know if that counts.
I mean, I consider myself kind of a resident now of North Carolina. Better than Maryland. But what did you do for fun as a child?
Well, I like to cook.
Love food.
I played tennis. I liked to color when I was real little, I guess. Mom, you can
I guess that's translated
chime
to
in.
drawing.
Yeah.
Do you have any memorable stories that stick out?
Is it and related to furniture?
Sure.
Let's see. When I was, I guess, in the 7th or 8th grade, my mom took us all to what was then the furniture club. Took my whole class.
Cool.
And we went to the showroom, and we did kind of like a round table discussion. They asked us, you know, what kind of furniture we had, what we liked, that sort of thing. So I thought that was kind of neat, and everybody got to kind of see what she did. And
that's really cool.
So they kind of used it as a focus group on how, you know, designing furniture. She got to use the ideas that my friends said that they would like to have in their room, things like that.
That's really cool. What jobs have you had other than this one?
I was a lifeguard when I was in high school.
Fun.
I loved that job.
Yeah.
Then let's see. When I graduated from college, I was the events planner at the String and Splinter Club.
Oh, really cool. That's what I'm studying right now, event planning.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Then a few years into that, I talked to Mom and told her I thought I might like to learn AutoCAD. And so I went to work for her in, December of 2001, maybe? No, December of 2000. And so I've been working for her ever since.
Wow. So can you, I know we talked about it a little bit before earlier, but can you explain to me kind of what you do?
Yes.
Here?
We start out with our clients, the manufacturer, and they kind of tell us what they want. Do they want, you know, and then we come back and interpret what they want on paper. We do a half sketch of the pieces. And like I told you before, I do a lot of baby furniture. So we'll do a crib, a chest, a dresser, that kind of thing. Then we ink it, and then we give it to the renderer, the renderer, and she renders it and which is putting it in color to what it's going to look like when it's done. Then we present it to our client. If they like it, then we bring it back, give it to our guys. They put it in AutoCAD, and for the factory to be able to build that piece of furniture. We also have to pick out the hardware, the finish, that sort of thing. So we go to Valspar Axo here in town. They have finishing labs, and pick out the finish that we want to put on the furniture. And then they make it overseas.
Very cool.
And then ship it over here for market.
It's a
and
long
hopefully
process.
it's bought.
Yeah.
The baby furniture industry is a little bit different.
Mm-hmm.
We don't show as much at furniture market as, you know, like the adult bedroom furniture does. A lot of the times how we do it is we may take it to the retailer, like the Babies R Us. We may take it to their corporate office to show the buyer. or Bye Bye Baby, we'll take it to them, and we've had a number of groups in Babies R Us, Bye Bye Baby, Target.
Wow.
So
that's cool. So do you guys show a lot of your furniture at the furniture market in High Point?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
More of the adult furniture.
More of the adult furniture.
Yeah, and we do case goods. We do not do upholstery like sofas.
Okay.
We just do bedroom, dining room.
Okay. So can you tell me a little bit about the history of the company here and like how it started? It obviously started with your mom, right?
Sure. Yes. Actually, yeah, and Mom started when she was 18 or 19, working for another design firm here in town called Otto and Moore, and they were kind of family friends of my grandparents, and so Mom started working there in the summer times doing the renderings.
Mm-hmm.
And I think she told me back then, like, it was only in black and white. So, anyway, I guess whoever interviews her might hear more about that. But,
yeah.
So she was going to East Carolina at the time, and she kind of decided that she kind of liked working rather than going to school. So she actually started working there full time. I think she probably worked there for maybe 12, 14 years, something like that. And then she went out on her own. She had a business partner for a while. They were together for probably 18 years. Mm-hmm. And then in 2001, they split, and when we moved into this office. And I was already working for them at the time, and so obviously I came with her, my mom.
Right.
And then that's just kind of how it happened. And the way that I got started in doing nursery furniture was Bassett was one of our customers, and we did nursery furniture for them. And Mom was actually overseas looking at samples, and they called and they said, we have to have this crib for Target like today. And I was like, Mom's not here. They were like, well, you better get drawing. So I had to do it, and Target bought it. So that kind of became my customer after that, and that's kind of how that started.
Wow, that's really cool. Let's see. So, can you just go over like what you think the skills and like knowledge and ability is like required to do what you do? Obviously, being like an artist is really good, but like anything else?
I think you have to be personable. Mm-hmm. A lot of it is dealing with, especially the baby part. You have, the buyers. You meet with them a lot, and then of course our customers who are the manufacturers. You have to be. They can be demanding, so you have to be kind of on the spot.
Yeah.
So I guess
that's good. All right, let's see. There are some very strange questions in here that there's no reason to ask them. Let's see.
That's okay. You can ask.
How has the decline of the industry impacted your life? Or have you even seen much of a decline with your work?
Oh, yeah. We've had to, in the past few years, we've had to, let people go because we weren't getting the income that we needed to support as many people as we had at one time. So there definitely has been a decline. And it definitely has impacted the business. The baby business in particular, there used to be tons of specialty store, boutiques, things like that you could buy baby furniture, and they are slim to none anymore.
Right.
So that's definitely impacted that industry. Now it's the Babies R Us, the Bye Bye Babies, the Targets, the Walmarts, the JCPenney's. That's where people are going. Of course, some people buy from Pottery Barn and Restoration Hardware. You see some of that too, and a lot of people are going to buy things online, and especially I think it probably starts maybe with my generation and definitely y'all's generation.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of us, especially like myself, working mom, you know, you don't have time to go out and shop. So if you can get it delivered right to your front door, I mean, what's better? You know, it's a lot easier. And the furniture industry has definitely, I think, been impacted by that. And you are seeing a lot more e-tailers. You see Hayneedle, Wayfair, selling things online, Amazon.com. They're buying it sight unseen, which, back in the day, people would have never done that. They want to touch it and feel it. And still a little bit with a pregnant mom, they still want to do that. So, but they're going to Babies R Us, they're going to Buy Buy Baby, things like that.
I started one here. What do you think will happen with like the future of the furniture industry?
I think we'll see a lot more online. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's just the ways of the world these days, I think.
Yeah, I agree. My dad's dealing with the same thing. He works in the printing industry, and so they're trying to do ebooks now, and he's like, I've never done this before.
Yeah.
Do you use your own furniture that you design in your home?
In my home?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah? Is all of it or most of it?
Actually, let's see. Our master bedroom group is a group that it's from Fine Furniture, and I think Mom did the sleigh bed.
Cool.
I think the other pieces, the sleigh bed was added later, and they asked her to do it, and the other pieces I don't think are ours. Let's see. We don't do upholstery, so our sofas are not ours, but they come from Klausner, which is a company that we work for, doing the bedroom and dining room. So let's see. My 2-year-old son, his crib is one that I did.
Oh, that's so cool.
And my 4-year-old also had that crib. So yeah, their furniture is. And then my 4-year-old son, his furniture is one. It's called Cooper's Creek, and my mom designed that, and it was named after him. Because it was designed about the time that he was born, and so the client that we designed it for was like, oh, well, we'll call it Cooper's Creek. So I was like, well, I have to buy that for him when he gets in a big boy bed. So we did. So a lot of the furniture, and then the one in our guest bedroom, Mom did a long time ago, and I've had that for a while. And so, yeah, the majority of our furniture is, yes.
That's nice. Do you like working with your mom?
Yeah. We surprisingly get along pretty well.
That's great.
Yeah.
What have you learned, like, most from her?
I think she is extremely hard worker. And they're asking what I've learned from you.
Oh no!
And she works on the weekends. She gets up at 4 a.m. and works.
Wow.
And so that's probably another trait that you have to have is
dedication.
Yes, and she loves what she does, so she doesn't mind doing that. But
very cool.
I'm not quite as hardworking as she is because I have little. Yeah, I do. They take up that time at 4 a.m.
I'm sure. What are some of the life lessons that you've learned from your work?
That's a hard question. Life lessons. People are going to be honest with you. If they don't like it, they might say, I had somebody say, that is the ugliest thing I've ever seen. And you just kind of have to, it's like, okay, you just kind of laugh about it.